Hard when you're going through something difficult to make a best friend really fast. So the relations you build in a community of believers at church is so important. Not only just the church body as a whole, but that smaller group of closer people. Small groups, like we call them life groups, whatever tag you want to name put on those groups. But that's the people that you let in your life to do life with. Those are the people who are really going to hold the bulk of the load for you and your family as you go through it. And it's just invaluable. You don't want to go through this time without it, but you have to do the work on the front end. You have to build those relationships so that when the time comes and you need that help, they're there to help you. Not being in church and not going through a difficult time puts you in a very vulnerable place. It feels secure at the time, but when the hard times come, you're stranded. But if you find yourself currently not in church, but the hard time has come, church is where you want to be, because those people will love you even though you haven't been part of them. It's incredible the amount of love and acceptance that I see on a weekly basis at our church, where people come for the first time, and before they've heard the first song or the first word of a sermon, they are saying they're coming back because they feel the love and connection of God there. So if you're not in church and the hard time has come on to church. If you're not in church and you're doing okay, you need to be in church. And it's not just something to punch off your list. It is something where you need to go and discover who God is and what He has done for you, so that you can better appreciate and fall in love with and move into relationship with this person we call Jesus, who is the Savior of the world and your God, whether you recognize it or not at this point. And if you're in church and the hard times come, you're already secure. You've got people around you who already know you and love you and want the best for you and will minister to you through that hard time. The enemy is looking for lone targets, because if you're a lone target, he can take you out and nobody knows. But if you are in a company of believers, the instant you stumble, someone is there to grab your arm, pick you up, and help you get to your destination.